Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Chicken Box, everybody. Man, the year is here. It's 2026. When did that happen? Anybody else? Oh, nobody writes anymore. I was like, did anybody write 2025? But somebody might have thought about it when they were dating something, but everything now digitally helps you to do that. I remember it used to be time. Remember those days where you would just write the last year. Maybe it
That's
was
right.
in school. Maybe it was on one of your homework papers. But we are now into a new season, a new year, and love is in the air. You can smell the month starting to come. Everybody was all coupled up and cuddled up on New Year's and hugging somebody they love or crying over somebody they used to love. But here we talking about joy and love today. I love talking about love. You know, when you say love, if you don't smile when you say love, something's wrong with you. You got you have a problem inside. This is the Chicken Box, powered by the Afro American newspaper. I'm your co-host, Impeccable, along with Jay Jackson. How are you, Jay?
I'm doing very well, sir. How are you?
Try to say love without smiling.
You can. You can. Yeah, you can.
You just can't do it, right?
Yeah.
You just can't do it. Man, we,
Yeah.
we are talking about the So in Love experience today, but before we do, I would love to just shout out to the Afro American newspaper, now known as Afro News, who's transformed from a newspaper to a news media and tech company. It's going to be 134 years old. Man, the oldest black media company in the world. I'm just going to call it in the world now. Let me just add the
Go for
universe, the old music business language. Yes, it covers the whole universe. We got special guests coming on today to talk about the So in Love experience, designing romance, travel, and timeless events. All those three things go together so nicely. And we have special guests to do it. Can we get them on the line so that we can meet them and get started in this conversation? I'm excited about it. I have a big place in my heart for couples.
it. All right. So we're gonna bring Brian. I guess he'll pop in here. There he is. He's driving. Okay. Be careful, please.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's about to pull over actually.
okay. So let me give an intro here for our two guests. First up, Brian Smith, affectionately known as Smitty, is an entertainment professional with over 20 years of experience in tour, travel, and event management, a graduate of Nyack College and a proud Howard University alum. He is dedicated to creating meaningful and memorable experiences. Rooted in music and live production, Smitty manages an all-female jazz and R&B band called Band of Roses and performs as a percussionist with the Deja Groove Band and Pump Blenders. He also manages New 30X Caribbean Soul, showcasing his versatility across genres. His background as a personal fitness trainer has allowed him to mentor a diverse clientele, including Kelly Williams, DJ Easy Street, and former Tommy Boy Records trio Amari. For the past 6 years, Smitty has served as the stage manager for Asia Chandler of Magic 102.3 FM, supporting community events and special projects. He recently collaborated on the So in Love Valentine's Weekend and looks forward to the 19th annual So in Love event. A devoted husband and father, Smitty's faith and commitment to community guide his work as he continues to create spaces where people can connect, celebrate, and thrive. And then also in support of the So in Love Valentine's Weekend or the project So in Love is Ryan Dixon, founder of Virtually Perfect Assistance. So thank you for joining us, both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having us. It's an
Awesome.
honor.
So tell us about this So in Love event, this retreat that you're putting on, Brian.
We started to be a 19th annual event. You're doing it, and it started actually as small with church members and family members back when I first one, and it stemmed from an event I was putting together for my wife's birthday. We thought it was her 35th, and for some reason it was actually her 34th. But put together a nice little get together on a private yacht we chartered. Part of and dinner, dancing. Uh, we had wine and champagne, toast, and just the whole 9 yards. It was set up somewhat like a Valentine's event. We had a red carpet rollout. We gave a rose to each of the ladies that came aboard, and we had a dozen roses for my wife, which was presented to her later in the afternoon, in the evening in the event. I had the singer for the band. I had written the song, had him sing it to her, and we pulled a chair out in the middle of the floor, the dance floor, and no one knew what was going on, including my wife. And we called her to the stage and sat her down, and he proceeded to sing to her because I don't sing, but and as he sang to her, but a dozen roses to her and presented, and everyone sang happy birthday to her, and it was a very, very nice to do. And until we found out, she saw the cake and said happy 35th, and she said, hey, it's my 34th. So, okay, oh boy, everyone bust out laughing and said, hey, you got a little comedy in this. We got live entertainment, jazz, food. We got the drinks with the wine, and now we got comedy with Smitty. I said, oh wow. But it went over so well. We had a rave reviews. People were inboxing us, emailing, calling, asking to do something like that for couples. And I said, okay, well, we can find a hotel, which we did the Marriott BWI in Lincoln, Maryland, and contacted them and arranged the event and set it up for the church we were going to and some of the friends and family. And that's how it kind of started. And from that point, we've been doing it every year.
That's awesome. So this is the 19th year, you said?
19th year, correct.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so so you've done 19 years of this retreat with actual couples. Do people come that feel like, hey, we're just trying to do something different? Are people trying to rekindle something, or how does that work? Do you get it kind of takes all kinds, that sort of situation?
Yeah, we have a mix. We have people that are coming there just to do something different. Some have been coming, like I said, most has been repeat, can come in 10 or more years. I didn't look forward to it. It's almost like a friend and family reunion because they see other couples they hadn't seen. It was initially called Couples Corner. We added the East Coast because when we found out we had couples that were coming from New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and places that far out. I was like, wow, didn't realize people were coming that far. And one day I got a phone call asking me for the nearest airport to the hotel we were staying at. Each year we do a different hotel. I said, oh, you guys are coming from vacation. She said, no, we're coming from home. I said, from home? I said, wait a minute, you need an airport? She said, yeah, we live in Minneapolis. I said, oh, wow. And I didn't know that they were coming for maybe 3 or 4 years and at that point. And she said, yeah, well, we have family that are there, but we live in Minneapolis, and the first event that we saw, we have nothing like that here, and we enjoyed ourselves so much, we've been coming ever since. I said, wow, okay, so that's what we added the East for Couples Corner East for East Coast. But it's open to anyone who wants to come celebrate something. We've had several people get engaged at the event over the years, at least 4, and that is still married, and Ryan is one. She got, last year she was announcing her engagement. This year she'll be announcing her marriage.
That's right.
So we get a general mix of.
If you just jumped in here, y'all, we are in the So in Love experience. As soon as I hear it, I think about Anthony Hamilton. Is that your theme?
Oh
song?
Yeah.
So in Love.
that was from one of the years. Absolutely, yes indeed.
So Ryan, jump in. You a new couple. Everything is fresh. The roses still smell good.
The honeymoon stage is still happening.
The honeymoon stage is still happening. And listen, you can really make that happen the whole career. I mean, the whole life of your marriage. But
Absolutely.
it's just the mindset. I'm gonna just put that out there for free. So how are you? What role are you playing, Ryan, in this whole experience?
Well, I'll tell you. So I actually met Smitty I came in as a vendor, and I wanted to join in for their Valentine's. I'm a bedroom candy consultant, among other things. So I came in and wanted to be a vendor, and the first year that I came in, they were doing the Valentine's Day event.
Wait, Ryan. Just don't skip
I thought I was going to slide past that.
I'm a bedroom candy consultant. I mean, everybody said, right? I don't have no sound effects, but that's what happened in my mind. Let's backtrack to what that is first, so we can get on with the story. Everybody might need some consultation. You know, as long as your
Yeah.
bed ain't too
Hey,
sticky
I'm
when you
here
finish
for
it. Anyway, keep
it.
going.
That's right. So I am a bedroom candy consultant. I've been a consultant for probably, well, collectively over 10 years or more. I have a passion for intimacy and relationships. And so I took that passion and decided to kind of, run with it as a business. And so I came in as a wanting to come in as a vendor, and I did end up vending with them, not for the Valentine's Day event, but for the summer staycation event. We do this twice a year. We take the couples out, and we meet with them. And so since I didn't come for the Valentine's Day one, I came for the summer one, and I vended for 2 days, and I really enjoyed the camaraderie, the like I said, what we did, what Smitty was doing for the couples, and just the fun that they were having. And at that time, I was single, so it was very. I felt very like connected to all of them. I have strong family background, and both my even though my mom and my biological father were not married, my mom and my stepfather, and then my stepmother and my dad were married for and have been married for many years until my dad passed, my biological father. So just to see these other examples of Black love and Black relationships was like amazing to me. And I had been married before, and my first husband had passed away. So I knew that this was something that I wanted again, was to be married, right? And I wanted to surround myself. They always say, if you want to do better, then you surround yourself with people who are doing better or doing what you want to be doing. So this was what I wanted, and what I had been praying for, right, was for God to send me this mate, another mate. And so I surrounded myself with this group. And after the event was over in that summer, I had reached out to Brian, and I told him, I said, hey, I really enjoy what you guys are doing. I also have a virtual assisting business. And I said, if there's any way that I can help, let me know. And it kind of blossomed from there that Smitty brought me on as I became a partner with Couples Corner. And so Smitty and I have been putting, for the last 4 years, I think we've been together, 5 years, we've been putting on, the Couples Corner events. And I've really gotten to see how it's flourished and grown. So now, like you said, last year with our Valentine's Day event, I had gotten engaged the weekend before. And so this year I get to come back, not only as a a partner and host, but as a newly married woman.
Okay.
We got the couples corner with some sweet candy. Okay, let's get back to the candy, everybody. So what does the intimate candy consultant, give us
What do
some
I
of
do?
the pieces of candy that may be found
Sure.
in this experience.
Remember, this show is
So
rated E for everyone.
it is.
It's going to be
So
rated C
as
for
you know,
couples today, so tell the kids to watch out. Go
All
ahead.
right, go for it. Go for it.
so as you know, Bedroom Candy is the business product of Candy Burrs. And we all know that Candy Burrs is, she does her thing. She's an amazing businesswoman, not only in this particular company, but of course with singing and all that. And so she created an intimate company. So not only do we do bedroom accessories, but we also do makeup and facial, and there's a men's line. And so I like I said, because I like to focus on couples and how we can be intimate with each other. And intimacy doesn't just mean sex. But it starts outside of the bedroom. And these things, we get a lot of stigmas about, oh, I'm not using toys, or I'm not doing this. And so there's things that I like to incorporate in our couples retreats. One year I did taught a webinar on like intimate massage. for them. And just being able to connect with the couple. So I did have the toys there. They do come with me to our events. I did also bring like like I said, we have lubrication. So there was also some learning in that as well. And the couples got to learn how to do massage. That was one of our webinars. One of our seminars with them for that day, was they got to learn how to do massage. And they keep asking for it, so it may come back this year for Valentine's Day.
Well, popular by back by popular
pop-up.
Back by popular demand.
Might have to be a pop-up this year. If you just tuned in, we getting all sexy for the So in Love experience. Are you in love? Are you looking for something different? Well, the February the 13th to the 15th, it is going down uninhibited. The Bible says the bed is undefiled when you are married. If you possibly believe in the Bible and you're listening to this, they said it was a church group who started to go. I guess, just because you in church don't mean you can't get a little, freaky with your wife. What? What's wrong with you guys? That's the problem.
Look, I'm an
that's
adult.
why the people be getting divorced. They be stepping out because it's too stale. It needs some candy, some now laters or something in the bed. Some now laters, some Skittles, something needs to come into the bedroom to sweeten it up a little bit.
That is generally something that most couples that intimacy tends to be missing for them. So that's not a number one, but that is a reason for that people step outside of the marriage. So we try to encompass all of that. We want our couples to know that they can still have a good time together, that they can date each other, that they can be intimate together. We want to encompass all of that. Finances tend to get in the way, so we try to teach financial literacy. I think that's one of the webinar. I keep saying webinar, but that's one of the seminars that we will be having. So we try to give them some knowledge too, as well as have fun with them. But these are things that you have to keep dating each other when you're married.
Right. So ladies, do not bring the foot. Don't bring the foot pajamas with the zipper and the lock at the top onto the retreat.
Bring the sexy onesie, the lingerie. No moo-moos, unless he likes that.
None of that. Take that thing off your head, whatever it is that you.
No bonnets.
No bonnets. Bonnet free for the weekend.
That's right. It is a bonnet free weekend.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Where do I pick up from that? Okay.
We've thrown Jay off for the day.
No. It's trust me. It's totally fine. We're all adults here. So the weekend, and this is a full weekend itinerary. I see that you guys have paint and sip and play, adult game night, love link sessions, and masquerade sneaker soiree, and then a Sunday movie date. What is the larger focus here? Is it on sort of building that intimacy back into relationships, or for couples that are fairly new, is it mostly about intimacy? Are there things? Are there parts of sessions? Okay, I see there are stuff about love languages and things like that. So it seems to be a variety of things, right? You're focusing on maybe this physical intimacy, sort of the emotional intimacy.
Absolutely.
Are people more? Do you find that some people are like, hey, I just want to talk about the physical stuff, I got the emotional stuff down, or vice versa? Or do you find that they find it more beneficial to have both, to kind of have this more that they require both of these?
That's a good question. A lot of times, so we want to try to encompass it all. We want our couples to come in. We want them to have a good time. Nobody wants to go to the conference or the retreat and you don't get to relax. You don't get to spend time, exploring and that sort of thing. So we try to create a little mix of both. We want the couples to be able to spend time with each other, because maybe when they're at home, there's just too much that's going on. The kids, work, there's a lot of distractions. So we want them to come. We want them to have a good time together. We want them to enjoy being around other couples, maybe learning from other couples. we have in the past, we had a married couple who did did a session for us about like the love languages. And I believe, I can't remember, I was out of the room a little bit that time. So Smitty helped me out. They, Miss Donna and Walt did, what was their topic last year? Do you remember?
The topic last year, I have to go back and look at the exact topic. It escapes my memory now.
They did. I know
Well,
that
don't
their
have to be
topic was
from last year. You can just bring up any of the topics, Brian.
Yeah, I know that
Get
their
us talked
topic.
up. What this is year
Filled
20,
with love.
year 30.
Oh, I know what it was. It was do opposites attract. It was actually,
That's what it was.
the do opposites attract. And it had something to do with animals on the advertisement, but it kind of, it was intriguing and it caught your attention. I was like, wait a minute, what does that mean? So, and she was going about the dynamics of your relationship. You're two imperfect people come together, trying to formulate a perfect union. How do you do that? You get to understand one another, and you have to communicate, and yet you have to be on the same page with your faith and your belief system for the most part. But for just overall on a daily basis, you have two different ideologies, you have different opinions, and how do you live with someone that you've been dating now for X amount of time? Now you're with them, and if you haven't already been living with them, you have a whole different life, and just on a day-to-day basis, things like little pet peeves, how do you get past the little small things that can become big? And so all that is a part of that seminar from last year.
So we try to bring a little bit of seriousness into the retreat, and making sure that the couples come leave with knowledge that they can perhaps use. We've had some couples that may have been like in a little bit of a rocky situation, but we also want them to have fun.
Right. And I mean, I think that's what being in a couple or in a marriage very specifically is, right? To Brian's point, it is people coming from different backgrounds. Like everybody comes from different households, right? So, and different philosophies on life and stuff like that. That is, I mean, that's why marriage is work, right? Is trying to figure out how to bring these two people together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And okay, so we heard from Ryan about some of the more like, saucier parts of the weekend, which shout out to that. I'm a fan of. But I want to talk about the sort of these emotional aspects of marriage, because I think a lot of people tend to. I think a lot of people tend to lean heavily on one side or the other, right? It's just like, as long as this one thing is going well, then everything else, like the rest of this is a disaster. You got to talk to each other, or we talk to each other, but like you don't hold hands. That type of, that's So I guess my question to you, Brian, is: you've been married for how long? Actually,
25 years.
25 years. Okay, so through your 25 years of experience, and then doing these retreats for 19 of those years. What is the thing that you found that you've learned that maybe in your marriage, you're like, oh, some people are doing a thing I hadn't thought about, or like, what are some things that you've taken away from these retreats?
But definitely, it has built a community of other couples who are looking to you need an outlet from a day-to-day, your chores. If you have children, we have 5. There's never a dull moment, so you need a break. And we've noticed other couples that need that same outlet, and it has become like a family reunion. We look forward to it every year. We plan, and whether it's a masquerade party, whether it's a certain type of theme, it's kind of fun planning for that. So it puts my wife and I in a position that, okay, what are we going to wear? We have to coordinate. So now we're almost team building behind the scenes. Sure. Then we get on site, and we'll have a team building exercise that we are participating as well. And we find ourselves seeing a lot of people that may have the same or similar issues that we may have, and we can give some insight to those couples, and vice versa. We can learn from some, like the Welches. They've been married I think going on 36 years now, I believe it is, something like that, or maybe 37
Mm-hmm.
years. Yeah. So a lot of
He's
insight we can take
36.
from them, and whether you've been married, for 1 year or 30 years, you can always learn something from someone else and in their experience. So that has been, I guess, the high point of coming together, sharing experiences, and so taking nuggets away that and leaving feeling fulfilled, refreshed and renewed. Now I can go back home and deal with XYZ. I can, I feel like I've been on a retreat. I've been refreshed. I've been renewed. I'm ready. And without that outlet, if you skip it, it's like, oh wow, what, so where is it gonna? It has to come from somewhere. And doing group trips, I used to do before the pandemic. I used to do group trips, going to the Caribbean, and it was similar, but you have a mix of singles and you have a mix of different couples, and it's a little different. But when you have a group of couples that come together, you're all there coupled up, and no one's it's just a different atmosphere, a different feeling, and it's just like you feel like, okay, I'm back home with family again. So that's kind of what we've gotten from each experience every year, and learning other couples, and getting to meet new people. We love meeting new people and collaborating with them, and any kind of way we can help out with anything. We love to help people, and that's pretty much the basis of what we do, and keep
Welcome
us
to the
going.
Chicken Box, guys. If you just tuned in, we are at the couple's homecoming. It sounds like homecoming, like something you're looking forward to every single
Hmm.
year. It's an experience.
Absolutely.
I wish I could be there this week. I mean, this year. My love weekend is so jam packed already. But that so in love experience, guys. If you are looking for something to do, and I'm glad you guys curated this as an event, because sometimes as couples, you just get so busy in the hustle and bustle of life. You say you're gonna do a date night, but you don't do it. You know what I mean? You say you're gonna go somewhere and dress up, but you usually don't do it. You end up going to the same restaurant. Where you want to go? I don't care where you want to go. Okay, we go here, and then now we eat, now we sleepy, and we go home, and we go. Girl, I'm gonna kill you when I get home. The
Right.
famous last words of what you're gonna do when you get home. But but
And then you go
it's
to
good.
sleep.
Right. It's good to give you a curated plan. I saw the game night. All those games were throwback games on that picture.
Oh
At
yeah.
least you had the famous game. If you don't have taboo in your game uh sequence, then I don't know what kind of couples retreat it's gonna be. But I don't know if you're in the DMV area, if you anywhere on the East Coast, you need to make it. About how many couples can you accommodate? Is there a limit?
Yeah. There's a
We
limit.
don't have a limit, actually.
Well,
Well,
as far
we
as
do, but
the
we don't.
rooms, yeah, we do and we don't.
Yeah.
Well, how
Yeah, we
many?
do, but
What's
we
the
don't.
average number of couples have been there in the past?
We've done what, 50 couples?
Oh,
Well,
okay.
between 50 to 60 to stay the night, and we have some that come just for
Yep.
the event only. So roughly
Hmm.
That's
around 100 couples, roughly.
that's dope, guys.
Yeah.
If you
Our package this week, I'm sorry, our package offers, if you just want to come for the masquerade party, you can do that. So we have couples that will do that. They just come for like maybe the Saturday event. Last year we had Melissa Morgan. We were blessed to have her and her beautiful voice. And we had couples that just came for the show for that. And then we had some that stayed for the whole weekend. So
Brian, you actually, I heard you're a drummer. Are you playing? Is your band play? Go,
Now,
go.
when I started, I did use the band that was a part affiliated with it out in the performing, but it got a little overwhelming because I would be stage manager. I would be the front desk running back and forth, checking, making sure everything was, any questions answered. And then I had to go upstairs and get ready. And it got to a point it was like a little overwhelming. So I kind of stayed. And then my wife's sitting there by herself. I'm like, oh boy, I'm playing. She's eating dinner by herself. That's not a good look. So I decided to not, or if I do incorporate a band I'm performing with, it'll be after dinner or maybe like at a on that Friday game night, if we have live band, well, something like that I would do. But I'm not playing this year. Next year, 20th, I will be, more than likely.
Awesome.
Oh, so are you sure, Brian? This is the 19th, right?
yeah. Make sure you get your dates right. Yeah, you don't get yourself in trouble.
He does, what's funny is he does actually get confused with that from time to time. And we're like, wait a minute, Smitty, is it 20? Is it 19? But we have to remember it's the 20th year of doing it, but the 19th year of what is it, the Valentine's event, right?
Hey, that's okay.
I got you.
As long as you know.
It's a long time, guys, for anything. People not even staying married 19 years. Congratulations again, Brian. For anybody who has over 1 year, you did it. You made it. So you can make it to the next day. You can make it to the next day. Man, where the married couples at today? Maybe they're gonna watch it on the playback. If you married, share it with somebody because somebody needs to hear a place to go.
How long have you been married?
To figure it.
Impeccable. How long have you been married?
I'm on my third and final marriage, by the way. I put that out there for free. And on the third one, and final. See, I didn't say final on the rest of them, so that's my problem. That was my problem. I'm going on year 11.
Year 11,
ladies and gentlemen. I'm into
so the first two, baby. The first two were just your practice ones.
Yep, there you go. There's nothing wrong with that.
Is that what you call them? Yes. Yep. Okay. There you go. We'll go with that. I don't know about
some people say, "Oh, it was a waste of time," but no, those were just your practice ones. They
lended me some life lessons that I learned. Sometimes you don't even learn those life lessons, and you keep bumping your head. It's like, is the cabinet still open? Yes. Tell me, shut the cabinet, and you won't bump your head. Anyway, I digress. I don't need to get onto the virtual couch. You said you're a virtually perfect assistant. I don't need to get on the couch today and share all my things. That'll be for another show, maybe at the couples corner. You guys need to do some stuff like. Do you do stuff like throughout the year? Anything virtually or with couples just connect?
So we haven't done any virtual events. Yeah, we haven't done any virtual events. That's a good idea. We have to put that on the list. We do, like I said, we do something twice a year. We do a Valentine's Day staycation, and then we do a summer staycation, and that normally happens in June, July. We take them out for the summer, or they come with us for the summer, and we do kind of the same thing, the same concept. And then this year, Brian and I have been talking. Maybe there might be like a little holiday event that happens at the end of the year this year. Just give us a little something to kind of get together and meet in between, because we miss our couples. We miss them from June to February. We do miss them. So, so give us a little something to get together and catch up for the end of the year. So maybe a little something else that happens this year.
Yeah, well, I'm in Atlanta and I work with some couples in Atlanta. I'll get you guys information afterwards. Maybe it could be some synergies there to connect.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Get the candy because I think they got a sweet tooth down there too, so they might need some candy into there.
Your bedroom candy is
into their relationship. Guys, if you just jumped in, this is the Chicken Box powered by the Afro News. Go to afro.com. We're totally Black owned and operated, and we have been because you have managed to be our supporter and our, the people who have helped us tell the stories of the people who don't get their stories told, which are usually African Americans. The reason we started the Black Press, you'll see some things popping up in the news about who is the Black Press. We have been a part of the Black Press because no one would cover these beautiful stories about couples, marriages, or anything else in the news back in 1892. And still today, they don't care much about our story outside of something in the negative narrative. So go to afro.com for less than 2 Uber Eats. I always say that I'm gonna stop giving Uber these free things. For less than 2 home deliveries. $40 a month, you can have a digital subscription straight to your inbox, text/email. And we're working on Afro 133 to support young journalists so that we can continue to tell the great stories of our beautiful Black people all over the world. It's right there. It's give butter / Afro133. Go there. If you can just give $13, it will mean a lot in the life of a new young journalist. That is not a shameless plug. That is the plug, because we plug everything else when we have to plug our own businesses and support our own businesses. So in Love Experience, guys, is on its way to, is it the DMV? I'm sorry.
It is.
To the DMV. I know, is it the Embassy Suites?
Yes, it is.
Or am I?
Nope.
I just glanced at the at the website, which is a nice website, by the way. I'll try to get it up before the end. Man, just final things you want couples to take away. Unless Jay, you have
Nope,
something else that you want that you would like for couples to take away who are thinking about doing something or have never been to an experience like this, and really, what pushed people over the edge? What do they talk about? Like the people who are the first timers who've come, or a message you might want to have to somebody who's thinking about doing something different this year.
I would say when we take time to invest in so many things that are important to us. How about your relationship? How much do we invest in our relationships? And I think whether it's this opportunity or a similar one, you need to take time and invest. But we'd love for you to invest with us and share with other couples your experiences, and we can share ours with you all, and we all can continue to build community together.
Excellent.
I love it.
Ryan,
Yeah.
I mean, I have to piggyback off of my partner here. We're Brian and Ryan for a reason. Like he's absolutely correct. I always tell Smitty that, he was one of the reasons why, and he was the big influence, or has been a big influence on me with my new marriage and my relationship, and just being able to see what Black love looks like and longevity in relationships looks like. Like you said, him and Keisha, his wife, have been married for 25 years, and they're an amazing couple together. They laugh and have fun, and they joke. And, even though our events are stressful and sometimes Smitty is running all over the place, and they know how to work well together. And that's just amazing to see. It's a perfect blueprint. And so we try to put that out for our couples to see, and like I said, give them that opportunity. And we love that they come together. And last year when I think we did like a matching pajama night or something like that. Like the couples really learned to have a good time together and with other people. And so, like you said, it gives them that team building. It gives them that opportunity. They had to coordinate their outfits, and we just love being able to see people that have come to our events before. We love being able to see them come back, see that they're still together, see that they're still making it work through whatever. And especially this year, this is going to be really important. We had a lot of people who we didn't know whether or not we were going to put this event together because of the government shutdown. And so hopefully we will have a lot of our couples return and just have a good time and pour into each other.
Excellent.
We're gonna have a funky good time. Every time you say something, we're gonna take you higher, right? That's what we're gonna do. Who's looking to have some fun? I mean, it's so much whatever out there that you just gotta stop for a minute. Even every day, if you don't smile, like I said, if you can't smile when you say love, you really got a problem. You need to see somebody, the Lord, the therapist.
Right. You a lot of our Black couples don't believe cartoons. Yeah, a lot of couples don't believe in therapy, and it's a good thing that therapy can be a good thing. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Therapy can be a great thing. And so maybe if they don't believe in therapy, sometimes this tends to be their therapy for them.
I love it. Let me just add to the stage real quick. Here it is, their beautiful website, y'all. Go check it out. So in Love. Is it .com? What is it?
.info.
There it is. It's going down. You're gonna pull up.
And
Guess
Brian
what?
did a lot of sleepless
You don't
nights
have to
putting
worry about a
that
suite
website
upgrade.
together.
Everybody's in the suite. You love that, right? You don't worry
Yeah,
about who's getting the suite. Everybody's getting the suite
Absolutely.
this weekend.
right.
It's gonna be
Absolutely.
sexy. It's
You
gonna
get a
be
sweet. You get a sweet.
right. It's gonna be
We're
spicy.
over.
It's gonna be something nice to do. It's gonna be so much fun. I mean, I'm literally having fun. And I'm not even there. I'm like wishing that I knew. Move it to another weekend. That dang on
Well,
Valentine's
you need to
weekend
come
is
and
jet.
join us for summer. You
Yeah,
and your
maybe
beautiful
summer.
wife need to come out for the summer.
Absolutely.
We might do a pop up on the summertime and meet some new couples. That would be
There
really
you
cool,
go.
y'all. Man, the love experience. I'm gonna get on the chicken box first, guys. I have enjoyed this conversation, from the founder to I kept looking at Ryan and Brian. I'm like, she just dropped the B. I'm like, is this his daughter, wife? When we first started backstage, they said, no, don't get it twisted. I just got married and I've been married, so don't bring no trouble into my household. I said, I'm not gonna do it at all. I'm not bringing it. But I really enjoyed the fact that you guys are intentional about talking about couples and relationships when they're attacked so much, and we know they're the cornerstone of our community. I pray for your guys' marriages and that they will
Thank you.
be protected, because you guys are going out on a limb and you're doing what the norm is not doing, while everybody else is living their best life and doing whatever they do. You are seriously, intentionally talking about building up relationships and couples. And kudos to you, Brian, as the founder, and you, Ryan, as seeing the vision and coming along to help, because everybody needs help to really make their vision go forward. So, again,
Absolutely.
I hope you have a sold out candy love experience. I think couples, if you even mad a little bit, still go on the weekend, because you'll be surprised
Mhm.
Mhm.
once you get there of how mad you won't be anymore.
Absolutely.
That's
you,
right.
you're like, wait a minute. They got the same problem. Oh, and they have the same problem. Oh, and they had the same problem 10 years ago and they still together.
Hmm.
Yes. Yep. You too
Absolutely.
That's right.
don't really
He
have
might
a
see
big
her in that
problem.
red dress and that
That's right.
Right.
mask
My
on,
mother said, don't major in the
My.
minor.
That's
If the
right.
toilet seat is up and it bothers you, put it down.
That's
If it's
right.
down,
Hmm.
fellas, put it up. I mean, if you're gonna have an argument about that, good God, don't major in the minor. And I'm now officially off the box, Jay Jackson.
Right.
That's
Okay.
how I feel. That's how I feel about it. I'm gonna
No,
let it
I
go.
think, I think that's absolutely correct. Look, I think what you guys are doing is pretty cool. I think having a well-rounded relationship or marriage for any couple is a good idea. And I think these kind of events, to just, whether it's to gain information, if it's just to kind of connect with other couples, and you kind of understand, like you were saying, oh, they have the same issues, or you realize that you're not alone. And I think a lot of that helps people in personal situations and couple situations, anything. So I think any of those kind of situations where you can realize that you're not on an island, and that you get to have fun with other couples and reconnect with your spouse or the other person in your relationship, I think that's dope. I've been married coming up in next month 15 years. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I think that's
Right.
very cool.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is a
Right.
big milestone. I got to figure out.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I have almost exactly a month. I gotta figure something out.
Well, hey, there you go.
There's always
Hey,
a
if you
couple
need
who
Website's
some
right
bedroom
there. So I love
candy,
that info.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, no, I think what you guys are doing is awesome. Like more people, being in successful relationships, more Black folks being in successful relationships. I think that does good for everybody. So keep doing what you're doing.
absolutely.
I
So
appreciate it. Thank you
Thank
so
I
much.
wish you
you.
many more years of success.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
we'll
you.
let
Likewise.
the lady go. We'll let Brian, since he's the founder, go last. So Ryan, you're now officially on the chicken box. You can speak your truth about marriage or any other thing you think you need to get off your chest to have your day feel a little bit better.
Well, thank you so much. This is an amazing platform for us to be able to come on and just let everybody know about what we're doing and what we're trying to do. So thank you guys for bringing the real to the people. We appreciate that. We don't get to see a whole lot of Black journalists and things like that. So these podcasts are important to that. So thank you for having this platform. But yeah, we just, we want everybody to come out on the 13th and have a good time. We're going to do the paint and sip on Friday, and then Saturday is our masquerade sneaker ball. So for our sneakerheads, you get a chance to throw your sneakers on, and ladies, as opposed to having those heels on, which we know we're going to take off and pass to our husbands and boyfriends to hold for the rest of the night anyway. Throw those sneakers on, put on that red sexy dress, and come on out and have a good time with us. We really just want our couples to know that we love them, and that we are in this together, and that we're trying to help make things work and to keep love going, especially Black love. Like you said, Jay, the Black couple is the staple in our community, and a lot of times they would rather see us separated and fail. And that's how you get your assistance and help and all of that. I know a couple of people have said, oh, well, when I was married, I couldn't get assistance from the state. But this moment I told them that we were separated, I was able to get Section 8 or food stamps, which is a horrible thing. But right. We want to keep love together, and we want to keep our couples enjoying each other and having a good time, and realizing that while everybody says that a relationship is hard work, it shouldn't be. When you wake up next to that person this morning, that should just be work. Relationships are work. They're not hard work. It shouldn't be hard to love somebody when you truly love that person. And so if that's the person that you love and that's your person, maybe it takes a couple of practice marriages in the first time. I have a family member who has done it about 4 times, and she said she's gonna keep doing it till she got it right. So if you decide to do that 3 or 4 times and you needed those practice runs, then hopefully you will get it right on that last try and find your person, and maybe, absolutely, hey, you can bring your person to the couples retreat.
There you go. Thank you, Ryan, for being a part of the show. I'm excited about your event. You guys need do y'all videotape it?
We don't actually. We've done we do. We've had some lives on on Facebook and stuff like that. I'll generally be walking around with the camera, so I go live on our Facebook group, which is the Couples Corner East. I'm gonna do a shameless little plug there. If you're not on our Facebook group, please join us on our Facebook group, Couples Corner East. You can see all of our information for where what we're going to do next. Our information will be up there for our next retreat in the summertime once we get that together. And then sometimes you can kind of sneak peek into if we go live for the events that we're doing, then you get to be a part of it that way.
Got it. I love it. Couples Corner East. Join the page now. Stay plugged in. All right, Brian, you are the founder of Couples Corner, and we will have the final words of today. What would you like to share?
What she said. No, I'm about to take the easy way out. But to piggyback, everything she said is right on point. And I like to say that 2 people, that you came together for a union and to navigate life together, and you're stronger together. Just like in fix of Ecclesiastes, I think it's
4:12.
4:12. There it is. Yep, 2 are better than 1. Exactly. And it speaks about labor and laboring. Day to day, you're laboring. You're navigating through different bills, children, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Your normal 9 to 5, if that's the case. 2 are better than 1. The one falls, the other one, I got your back. Hey, I'm your helpmate. I'm gonna help you through this. I got you. I got you. Having that and building on that is so important, because you can easily get torn apart with life. Just life. Let's say life be lifing. Yeah, day to day. Hours go by. Hours turn to days, turns to weeks, turns to months. If you're not doing anything to pour into your relationship, you're pouring into everything else outside. You've drawn apart, to and fro. You need to come back together. A chance to rekindle and, like I said, replenish and renew and refresh, and then start all over again, and then you get to come back together again. So I think we need to piggyback off of what you said earlier, as well as having smaller things throughout the year to do. The holiday thing, outside of that, even just small couples groups within different areas, because we have, like I said, from DC, Maryland, and Virginia, different parts of Virginia, from Alexandria to Fredericksburg, out to Emporium, Virginia. We have couples that come from North and West Hampton, but having different pockets of the couples rendition coming together, just more opportunities to bond, reflect, refresh, and renew, and to have other like-minded couples sharpening one another, like iron sharpens iron.
Right.
I like to leave everyone with that. This is what we're presenting. Yes, you're going to have a great time. Yeah, we're going to make sure that I'm a musician first. So good music. We love to eat good food. We love experiences. From my time doing travel, I was a tour operator and I owned a travel agency for a while before the pandemic. So we like good experiences. So we try to incorporate that in what we do. But more importantly, we want to give you something beyond it being entertained. We want to give you something that you can live and kind of just take back and kind of, hey, let me just dwell on that. I had a guy call me 2 days ago. He hasn't been back. He came, I think, 4 years ago to an event, and we had Pastor Sean McBride. He was one of the officiants for one of the Love Link sessions we had, and he covered topic on relationships during the breakfast. And the gentleman called and said, "Hey, we're coming back this year. My wife and I were going through some things, but we ended up signing up with Sean McBride's his school. So we've been taking counseling, and we're coming back, and we want to thank you. I just want to thank you for even having that for us, because we didn't know we needed that until we got there, and we were on the verge of divorce." I said, "Wow." So they'll be joining us again as well. But just, hey, we're going to give you a great time. And also, we have resources within the Couples Corner. We have, like I said, the Welches, Dr. Donna and Dr. Ed Welch, they're counselors as well. So we want to give you a little more. We have financial counselors to go over finances and, something for everybody. So it's more than just a great time. But you're going to have that, but you're going to get enriched as well, and something you can actually live on and grow on. So that's what we're going to leave it.
Man, you better look forward to it. This is the chicken box. When you were talking, I don't know why I was just hearing about two people can hold it together, last through all kind of weather. How about us? Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's old school people. How about us? That's the question. Can you stick together through any kind of weather? How about us, Brian, Ryan, and Jay? we gonna stick it through. The love experience is coming the 13th through the 15th. Go to the website, soinlove.com, right? Soinlove.com?
That info.
Soinlove.info. Goodness gracious, y'all switched it up on them. Soinlove.info. Okay, go to soinlove.info to register to lock your spot in for a fun and beautiful weekend. And like I always say, call a senior. They are lonely a lot of times around the holiday. They would love to hear from you. Don't text them. Just call them. Like, "What's up, auntie? What's up, aunt? What's up, grandma?" You just call them up and you want to do something you want to really blow their mind. Call your favorite grocery store that delivers, and if you can't get there, deliver them some food. Find out what they like. I'm telling you, it'll really help them out and change your life. That has been your impeccable moment for the day. Jay Jackson, Brian, and Ryan, and our producer, Asia. We thank you again. God, let us see another day and another week. And we're not going to take it for granted, because you don't know when your time is up. So be intentional about your time, especially in your relationship. You're like, we argued all the day about this. We took this much of our life out of the time we have left together to just argue about who's going to put the toilet seat down. It doesn't. It just blows my mind. Anyway,
right.
Couples, keep it tight, keep it together. Believe me, you will make it through any kind of weather. Brian and Ryan, hang on a little bit afterwards. I'm going to get some information from you, and we're going to go forward. Everybody else, have a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in.
Can I just